Hi everyone! Today is February 28th. It is leap year day, right? No, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, today is Friday, February 28th. This is Charm Chatter number 28 on the 28th. Look at that. I am Lynette. This is Charmed Grammy Crochet. Charm Chatter, like I said, number 28. Welcome to my yarn room. I know it's been like a week since I made a video, I think. It's been a while. Longer than I like to be. And I apologize for that. But I didn't have a lot to talk about because I didn't have anything done. But I do now. So let's get on to business. I have finished my neon afghan. And this is folded in half. It turned out to be very, very large. So crochet, what is this? Season of the Granny. I did a lot of grannies for this. Not really too many. But I totally love it. I wish I could get the whole thing in here, but there's no way because this is folded in half as it is. So I used neon yarns. Let's see. The center yarn is yarn that I got from my discount store, so it's that Dreamweaver. All the neons here are Premier Brights. This yarn is Red Heart. Some of it I got from Red Heart, but most of it I got at from Dreamweaver at my discount store. The black also is the Dreamweaver, but it's Red Heart. You know, for the most part, it's Red Heart. And then I did a border, just a V-stitch border, but just I thought, I liked it when you see the whole thing laid out with the white and neon color border. It really, I thought, added a lot to it. So this is the blanket. I don't know. I have 5, I think, solid colors, and I left my yarns downstairs, but I have 5 solid colors here, and I did not finish one skein of yarn of any of those. This yarn I had made into something, and I didn't like it, so I frogged it. So I don't know how much of this yarn I used. This yarn, I think I've got like maybe 2 skeins. And the black, I had one of those big, huge balls, you know, that are like so big. Like the 1 pound, it was a 1 pound ball. And I used more than half. So I did use a 6mm hook, and this is all done in the V-stitch. And then I used a V-stitch continuous join. So Tracy from Crochet Rossetti, who I totally love her channel, and she did that, you know, continuous granny join video, and I had joined another blanket using that idea. So I just stole her idea from that regular granny stitch and did the V-stitch the same way. It does give you a little bit, which I know it's black yarn, you can't hardly tell. I probably can't see it all, but there is a little bit of a ridge, not much, but there is a little bit of a ridge where it joined on this. So you can, but it's black yarn, you can hardly tell, and I don't mind the ridge anyway. So that's how that joined, and that's what that looks like, and I totally love it. Avery is claiming it, my youngest granddaughter. I kind of wanted to make it to take to my camper. Well, that's not even all the way true. I wanted to make it because I thought it would be so fun, and it was fun, and it is fun to look at. It's bright and cheery, and I totally love bright and cheery. I love neon colors, so I'm like, oh, I totally want to do that. So I did, and I have this little guy that I want to make a lovey with these leftover. I think I want to make the lovey out of this, you know, which is the center color. Let me get it up close. So you can, because I left the scrap yarns are still downstairs. But see the center color yarn, wouldn't that make the cutest lovey on this guy? So I always thought I would make the lovey for this, take this and this to the camper, and Aves could have it. Or, well, Avery loves stuffed animals, and I mean, she's 5 and like stuffed animals and her life, and she loves having the loveys for them. So my original thought when I found that, I just happened to see that, I think, I don't remember if I got it at Joann's or AC Moore's or wherever, but I always thought I would make a lovey to go with whatever I made with this yarn. So I think I'm going to do the lovey all in just the light colors. And I would have them together, like on the couch here or on the couch in the camper. And, you know, if Avery was ever over, she could have them. Well, now Avery's claiming my blanket. And I don't know that I really want to give it to her because I really like it. But I'll probably end up giving it to her. I can always make another, right? And I do have enough yarn to make another. So probably I'll make another and make it smaller for her. More of a child size versus this one's big enough to wrap an adult in. And I will make her little lovey to go with that. Then, like I said, I don't know exactly how much yarn I used, but that is what it is. So then I made, and I finished, and I'm really proud of Chloe's sweater. Oh, let me see, I probably need to stand up and back up to show it all to you. It looks like it's really wide, but it's really not. It's like medium size. The pattern said 69 stitches across, front and back, for medium size. Chloe wears a size 5 or 6, or she wears a medium. But to get it to go around her bust, it had to be, like, her waist is thin, but she's got a big bust. So to get it around her bust, I mean, it looks like it should fit me, but it won't. And she wanted the arms a little thinner, so I made the arms skinnier than what the pattern called for. And I'm not sure if I sewed it together the exact way that the pattern said to do it, but I sewed it together. It's together. Everything is the same size, like the sleeves actually match. The collar went together right. I was so thrilled. I can't tell you how thrilled I was. For me, the sleeves are too skinny, but that's what she wanted. I think they should have been a baggier sleeve. And maybe they'll be baggy on her, but she wanted it smaller than what I had originally made, because I had made the sleeve and then I had to rip it out because it was too baggy for what she wanted. So I ripped it out and made it thinner. I think it looks rather skinny, but she's got thin little arms and thin little wrists. So that's just how it is to make it for her. And I will link the pattern. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I should have written it down, but I will link it in the bottom. It turned out great. It didn't really take all that long to make. I mean, I've been working on it a long time because I just wasn't having the greatest time making it. Mostly because I would get places and then I needed to try it on for her, you know. I needed to fit it to her, and then it didn't fit, and then I had to like rearrange. So the back panel worked out fine. Then I went to the front panel and I made it like, I don't know, halfway, and tried it on her and realized that it was I didn't have 69 stitches. I had 59 stitches. I'm like, oh good Lord, no wonder it wasn't fitting. And I couldn't understand why it was so tight around areas of her body that are a little bigger. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's not big at all, but if you're supposed to have 69 stitches and you have 59 stitches, it's not going to fit right. So then I had to rip that out. And I'm like, good Lord. Then the sleeve wasn't the right size. And I made the sleeve the right size, but she's got skinny little arms. She needs to work out or something, I don't know. So anyway, it's done now, and I really like it. I like the way, I mean, it turned out. It turned out, so yay! I was so excited about that. So what did I use? I used, I did bring the basket up that had that in it. I think this is the end of the 4th skein of the Stitch Studio by Nicole. Just was their, you know, normal everyday yarn. And I had purchased this yarn before Christmas, before they were going out of business. I bought the yarn, and then when I, you know, just took me that long to get around to starting the project and finishing it. And I had bought this yarn because Chloe loves the olive green, and she loves camo. So originally I bought 6 skeins of yarn, 4 of this and 2 of this camo color. And it's just their acrylic, you know, 4-weight yarn. I don't really need to get into the yarn colors or yarn stuff because they don't, you know, Stitch Studio, AC Moore is going out of business. So, or probably is out of business in your area if you ever had one. But anyway, she said, she told me one day, you know, she loves camo colors. She coordinates a lot of her clothes with that stuff. And she was going to buy something. I'm like, oh, let me try making that. And it was camo colored. So I bought her the green because that's her favorite color. And then I thought I would trim or alternate rows or something. The original pattern for that sweater was 6 rows of one color or 6 rows of another color, and alternate those. And so that's what I thought I would do, is do big rows of this, maybe 8 or 10, and then a couple of rows of this, or just trim in this, you know, like around the collar, around the sleeves, maybe do a ribbed border at the bottom. And when we first talked about it, when I bought the yarn, I'm like, look at this yarn, and she picked out a pattern. I'm like, oh, cool, we'll do, you know, the 6 rows or something like that. Oh, no, she didn't want this yarn in there. So, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I have 2 of those left over. So, I did buy, I bought a total of 6 skeins, and so I have these 2 that untouched, so I used, this is the end of the 4th one. And these had a lot of yardage in them. 372 yards per skein. So this is the end of the 4th skein. So that's how much yardage is in her sweater. So those are my 2 finished objects that I had not shown you completed. I will show you again probably the year of the granny, or the season of the granny, on the reveal day. But I was under the impression that you could show it and then you show everything that you made at the end. So that's my season of the granny. Probably you'll see repeats of what I made on the 18th. So we're finally going to start working. This is the big news. We're finally going to start working with the kids. That's going to start happening on Tuesday. I believe next Tuesday. So I thought we would just be crocheting. Then I came up with the loom idea, which I really don't know how to loom very well. And I haven't done it since before Christmas. So I pulled out my loom and wonderful, left that downstairs. I pulled out the loom and some worsted weight yarn, but my looms, well, I have a loom up here. I'll show you this one. They have the big, like they're far apart, you know, pegs. So 4-weight yarn is kind of really loose on that. So I think we'll probably need to do 2 strands together. I don't know. I'm playing with it, and I want to, all the looms I have are the big circles. They found a box at the school of big looms, like, you know, this, like the 42 pegs, I think. And like there's a ton of these looms in the art department's closet or whatever. And they found them, and so we're like, yeah, let's try, you know, I think anybody could loom and would be easy to make. We have like just pretty much for sure the month of March, and I don't know how much into April. And the kids are supposed to make blankets to donate to Rainbow's Babies and Children's NICU. It's a major hospital, Rainbow's Babies and Children's. I mean, it's everybody in Ohio has heard of it, but I think People from all over the country, maybe even all over the world, bring their kids here, kind of like St. Jude's, but smaller. Anyway, the idea is to make baby blankets for the NICU. So I thought we would take those big looms and maybe make squares and then sew the squares together. So I've been playing with go around and then stop and then go around the other way. And I just wanted to see how big of a piece of fabric that will make if you do that so many times. And I wanted to see, so this morning I was working with wrapping the loom, and I got maybe 4 rows on, and I thought, I'll take it off and see how big the fabric works. And that was with one thing of yarn. And I took it off wrong and it all fell apart. So I'm going to start over. I'm like, okay, I got to find a video on how to take this off, because I thought I remembered, but I didn't. And as I took it off, it just started all unraveling. I totally did that wrong. So, okay, I better figure this out before Tuesday. And I'm going to rework it with 2 strands of yarn, which I hope won't be too hard for the kids. I mean, these are high school kids. They should be able to handle that, I think. And then I will also make, if they want to, I mean, you can teach them to loom something in a minute. But then some of the students, and apparently there's other teachers that want to learn how to crochet, and so they're going to be there. I think the art, this is my daughter's class in collaboration with the art department. And they're like Students of Success, or SOS is what it is. And it's a graduation requirement that they have to do some volunteer stuff. And so this is what they're doing. They're, you know, so it's like important that they actually can finish this, because it's part of their like charity hours. So anyway, there's some that really want to learn how to crochet, and so I was thinking granny squares would be easy, and something in the modern granny. I don't want it to be complicated, but I want it to be pretty, so that if they and easy, something in the modern granny is really easy, but then the regular granny is easier probably than the modern granny, and the V-stitch works up so fast. And so I'm thinking maybe the V-stitch, just do a bunch of V-stitch. It makes a pretty project. So that's what I'm thinking. What do you guys think? I would really like some feedback. Should we try regular granny square, or just do like regular, just do like half double crochet, make it, you know, 30 inches long, 30 inches wide, just straight crochet straight across, for those that want to learn to crochet. I find those kind of things like boring, and I don't want people to lose interest, because I think it would be really cool if they learned the craft, you know, and liked it and want to continue to do it. So I want it to be something that's going to turn out good. So what do you guys think? I want some, please put a comment below. But I'm thinking V-stitch works up pretty and quickly and easily. The modern granny works up easy, or regular granny, and just do granny squares. But then they got to sew them together. So that's why I was thinking if we just did a V-stitch baby blanket, or V-stitch grannies, which is what my neon blanket is. But then they got to sew the grannies together. But my daughter thought grannies would be nice. They don't have to be as big as the ones in my blanket here. But if we did the V-stitches, they're quick projects for the kids, so they don't lose their attention. Oh, finished one, yay, let's do another one. Finished one, let's do another one. And then they can mix and match colors, and that's, you know, you don't have to worry about any of, you know, that coordinating and stuff like that. You can just do like a scrappy looking baby blankets. Most of the yarn that I have accumulated is babyish, and not, it's worsted weight. I'm working with worsted weights. So anyway, what do you guys think about that? I'm nervous. I'm excited. I hope hope it all goes well. I hope I can handle it. I don't know, because I thought the art teacher knew how to crochet, and apparently she does not. So it's just, but I do believe there is going to be one other person there that does know how to crochet, so we're keeping our fingers crossed. Part of what I got to do this weekend is go through, I've had yarn donated, I've purchased yarn, I've had crochet hooks donated, and I've had some stitch markers donated, and I've purchased some on my own as well. So I need to go through everything and kind of get it organized. I just have it all thrown in boxes that are stacked up in my bedroom, which would be really nice to get them out of there. So that's all on the kids SOS program. And then I just have a couple of quick oh wait, back to the loom thing. Now I have 2 loom kits that I've purchased. One is a square and the rest are circles, but when you get a loom kit, it comes with this little hook thing. I don't know what this hook thing is called. Does anybody know what this is called? I think at the high school, nobody ever showed me that they had any of these. I have my daughter on a hunt for them today, but I think I might have to order some from Amazon, and hopefully they'll get here before Tuesday. But I don't know what it's called. To like Amazon Google it and search for some to order, because you need that, right? I mean, I know you can use your fingers, but if they're doing 2 strands of yarn together, that's going to be a pain in the rear end with your fingers. Probably use a regular crochet hook. Again, I think this will be easier, but I only have 2, and I'm not giving them up to the kids because they probably don't have any with all of the looms that they have, because they lost them. So I don't want to give up mine and then not have any for my own looms. So anyway, help with that would be appreciated. Now, I do have some shout outs. Guys, I'm really sorry, but I've been really bad about watching YouTube videos this past week because I've been cheating and I've been listening to a book. I used to listen to books all the time, and then the more I crocheted, the less books I read. Well, I don't actually pick up a book and read it anymore because I can't read a physical book, and crochet at the same time. And then if I'm just reading, I'm eating and reading. And the reason I started crocheting was because I didn't want to eat. Crochet keeps my hands busy. So anyway, enough of that little tangent. But I found this. I just started reading this book. I don't know why. Listening. And it's a series, and it's called The Arcadian Chronicles is the series name, by Kresley Cole. And I got the first 3 audiobooks from my library. I use an Overdrive app. It's a free app, and you get the books from your local libraries for free through that app. I didn't realize it was like a 5 or 6 book series. And the last books aren't on my so I had to download audio.com and get a free trial, blah 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 blah. The free trial is for 30 days, and then I have to pay $15 a month, or something close to $15 a month, if I want to continue to have it, which I don't want to do. So I have to get the books read before I have to start paying for the audiobooks. So I've been cheating and listening to that series of books, and it's on the like Hunger Games, Divergent. It's all that kind of storyline. But I really got into it, so now I got to finish. So I'm sorry I've been cheating. So this morning I've been trying to catch up, and I watched Dina's Homespun Fun. I really do love Dina, and she makes some beautiful, beautiful things. She's at 907 subscribers as of this morning, so she needs a few more to get her 1,000. So if you're not subscribed to her, you really should. I really like her. And I listened to Madonna Ballard, and let's see, I watched Debbie the Canadian Crocheter, and I watched Petra's Happy Place this morning. I got up early today. I really did. I got up at 5 a.m. It's my day off. What the heck was I thinking? I couldn't sleep. I was so excited to actually start the loom stuff, I'm like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta figure this out. I did watch Tracy from Crochet Rossetti, and I did watch Carrie Penny, the Happy Crafty Homemaker. I did get those watched this morning. I still haven't finished my book, so those will probably be the only ones I watch today. But I'm trying to get caught back up with everybody's. I know I have several of Mad Mimi's. I'm way behind on hers with the eggs, and she probably hatched some ducks and I haven't even seen it yet. So, oh, my battery's getting low. It's yelling at me. And I have hopefully a lunch with my girlfriend today. Happy birthday, Sandy. It is my girlfriend's birthday today. And we're supposed to go to lunch. But it's the worst snow that we've had all year is on the last day of February. Who would believe it? Or the second to last day, whatever. Today is the 28th. So I'm looking out the window. The roads look clear. My car's covered in snow. I have to get a hold of her and see how her roads are out by her. Because she lives, I don't know, 20 miles away. So, I needed to get this video done. Please, if you know anything about the Loom stuff, let me know. Any tips would be much appreciated. And what do you guys think about the, the granny squares? Or just do a V-stitch baby blankets. I just want it to be not too hard, but yet be pretty at the end. So, what do you think? And if you know what this thing is, please enter that. That's all I got for you today. And I do apologize for it being, now almost a 30-minute video. And so long since in between, because I don't really like to do that. Thanks for all my subscribers. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing, caring, commenting, sticking around to the end of this video. I can't believe you're still here. Have a great day, and I will hopefully talk to you again before the end of the weekend, and I'll let you know how my Loom projects are starting out. I do have to catch a video on how to bind them off so that, that's going to be helpful. Have a great day. Bye-bye.